Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Jack.
I'm Chris.
I'm Barbara.
And I'm Gus. Guess what? It's everyone's favorite time of year.
Jack's here.
Hey! I realized I was sitting in a weird spot where I looked just enormous on camera. I was like, oh my God, let me sit up straight.
That happens to me sometimes. So like, oh,
yeah,
what do I do?
Adjust.
Yeah.
Let me just buff out a little bit. Hey, everybody, Extra Life's coming up. Yay!
Not this weekend, but next weekend?
Well, technically this weekend.
Right.
So the way it works is Extra Life, Extra Life happens. It's a full year thing, but Extra Life, Children's Miracle Network Hospital charity, we've been doing for the past decade at this point. They have their game days, which this Saturday is actually their game day. So November 6th is the official Extra Life game day. We've become like the 800-pound gorilla of Extra Life, so we kind of stay out of the way of their main game days. Honestly, because we kind of overshadow some people. So we're like, hey, let's let everyone have their time. And then the next week after is when we come in and do ours. So on November 13th is the big RT Extra Life, RT Extra Life, hashtag Extra Life event. I don't know. I threw a lot of hashtags in there. Anyway, hashtag. It's 10 a.m. Central until 10 p.m. Central. We're doing 12 hours this year because COVID's still a thing and it's still kind of a pain in the ass to get a lot of people in. And testing, every single person you see on set is going to be tested, which costs us money. So we can't really go full bore crazy, everyone. We can get as many people involved as we can. But anyway, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's 10 a.m. Central till 10 p.m. Central, 12 hours. We're also doing additional RT Extra Life content the week leading up to it. So starting actually this Saturday on the 6th, we are doing our community stream. So we're doing our Extra Life community stream, which we've done, I think, 6 years now. Chelsea runs that, and she's been doing it for a long time. She's awesome. And so we're featuring 12 different RT community teams across the planet, raising money for their Extra Life teams, which also go to the big Rooster Teeth total. And then on Monday through Friday, we're doing additional RT Extra Life content, sort of after RT TV hours, where you can, we're trying to raise money for Extra Life. And then on Saturday, we do the big thing.
I've got a crazy idea, Jack.
What is that, Gus?
You said we do Community Day with people doing Extra Life all across the planet?
Yes.
Now that all these billionaires are going to space,
Jesus.
We need to get a billionaire to join Extra Life from space.
Oh, man.
Next year.
Well, Elon lives in Austin, so, hey, he goes to Dell Children's here.
I hear Jeff Bezos is going to do it first, though.
They don't care about children.
That's true.
What are we talking about?
Elon's got like 6 kids, I think.
They don't care.
I just want to see Extra Life in space.
That'd be cool.
That's all I want.
Sure, we can get Extra Life in space somehow. We know.
All right, so your people call their people.
Yeah. We'll have a satellite stream.
Do we have any contacts with Tom Cruise? That movie he's making, is that a Warner movie? Or
Which movie?
He's doing a movie in space. He's going to space.
Oh, is that a Warner movie?
I don't know.
I don't think his movies are Warner, are they?
Probably not.
Is it Mission Impossible?
No. He's going up on a Falcon 9 to go to space. He's not going to the space station. He's going to do like the Inspiration 4 group where they just kind of orbited 3 or 4 times or 3 or 4 days. So he's doing that and filming a movie in space.
I saw some people in the chat asking about merch.
Merch, yes, that is a thing. Getting away from Tom Cruise.
Sorry.
Yes, every
Just
year.
before we get too far from that.
Pulling a Katie Holmes.
Jeez.
We do Extra Life merchandise, so we do have special Extra Life merchandise, and the proceeds from that go towards the Rooster Teeth donation to Extra Life. I'm getting a spam risk call on my phone. We have some really, really cool stuff. Of course, I didn't bring any of the images or anything. If you let me stall for a minute or two, I can probably share it with someone. Who do I need to send it to? Okay, I'll send it to Brian here in a second. But yeah, we have Extra Life merchandise, which includes shirts, hats. This year we have a mug. I think we're working on a Rubik's Cube because this year's theme is brain. We've been working with the Children's Miracle Network at the Dell Children's Hospital here in Austin, which is part of the Children's Miracle Network Hospital Network. And they opened a brand new facility, which it encompasses hematology, oncology, neurology, and it's brain, heart, and courage. So it's cancer,
Courageology.
It's cancer, heart issues, and brain issues. And so anyway, we've been raising money for them for the past 3 years, and this year our theme is brain because neurology is the one we haven't touched yet.
You know what we should have done?
Pretty awesome. What's that?
A couple of us going to conventions actually know Maurice LaMarche, who plays the brain from Pinky and the Brain. We should have gotten him to come down for it and have a whole
cool.
the brain for the brain.
Of course, it's really tricky. Again, getting extra people on set right now. It's really difficult.
For sure.
Yeah, but even
Let me see if
doing
I
I'm going to vamp for you while you
go. Thank you.
Even getting our COVID test done has been becoming more challenging for like our regular ones that we do every week for us to be here. Everyone hears about like supply chain issues, and now they're starting to hit us. And it's harder to get them done now. It's just like becoming more of a pain. And welcome to the year 2021 where nothing is available anymore.
It is really funny, though, because I just went to Canada, and to get a COVID test to go to Canada at like a Walgreens or a CVS is free here in the States. But in Canada, to get a rapid antigen test, it costs $40. And I think a PCR is like $200 and something. So I'm like, that's weird that in America a test is free, but in Canada a test is
that is
paid for, or
really
you have to pay for it.
bizarre.
Yeah.
It's like backwards.
Yeah.
You would think it'd be the other way around. Based on
Political
healthcare.
jokes, gotta leave it all alone.
Do we? You mentioned.
Yeah, I sent it over. He's got it, so he's gonna post it here in a second. But yeah, so anyway, Extra Life, it's a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of chaos. You know, all your favorites are gonna be there, raising money for Extra Life. So right there, you can see all the various products we have. You see the posters.
I was about to ask what's going on with the poster there.
So the poster it's currently being produced right now. For the first time ever, it's just a straight up photograph. Marcus is working on our poster this year, which is going to be, I'm going to save that. That'll be the one thing we don't show off right now. It'll be coming very, very soon. But I'll just say, if you're a fan of the I Spy books, you're going to dig this poster. So it's kind of a cool throwback. So anyway, right. So that's all of our merchandise. You can see it's themed around the brain, which we very carefully made like a bunch of Tetris stuff. I think Brian's going to throw it back up here in a second. But yeah, I can see some more detailed stuff. But it's a puzzle cube. It's not a Rubik's cube, because Rubik's it's like Band-Aid. It's like that's official name.
It was also a terrible Saturday morning cartoon. Very briefly.
But we've got our pin, we've got our mugs, we've got a tank top, we've got our T-shirts, we've got hats, got hoodies, and all of that. The proceeds from that are going to go towards Rooster Teeth's donation to Extra Life. So it's going to be pretty great this year. So but tune in next Saturday, the 13th, from 10 a.m. Central until 10 p.m. Central, 10 p.m.-ish Central. You know, we say a little in 12 hours, but who knows?
So this Saturday, the 6th, community. Then next Saturday, the 13th,
is the big hashtag RT Extra Life stream. So yeah, it should be fun.
Extra life on that Saturday.
the bonus extra life, extra squared life.
Read all about it.
Extra life.
Extra life.
So anyway, I'm very excited for it. I mean, Extra Life obviously is like the most important thing I do every year. So
in chat, Bella Mills 31 asks, will merch be available this Saturday or only next weekend? So I guess it's good to say, when is the merch available?
I want to say it's going to be available this weekend, Bella. Not 100% sure on that, but I think, and like when we put it up, we're going to put it all up. So it's not going to be like limited. You know, if you want to get something on Saturday, it's not going to go towards whatever. Or we're going to have everything up all at the same time. So I'm pretty sure it will be up on Saturday. I'll have to double check that though. But that is a great question.
Yeah, good to put all that info out there.
Absolutely.
I know I've seen some people on social media commenting. They're like, "Oh, Rooster Teeth hasn't said anything about Extra Life," and I feel like we have been, but it's good to just like continue to beat that drum now that the date's coming closer.
It's one of those things where there's so that, you know, Rooster Teeth, as we've grown, we have so many different legs and so many fingers all over the place that is kind of like, I've said it multiple times over the past couple of months, but you know, here you go, there it is, right there. I've tweeted about it. I think Rooster Teeth retweeted about it, but it's November 13th is the big one. November 13th, 10 a.m. Central. Check it out. It's going to be a blast.
I feel that once Rooster Teeth does something enough years or for a long enough time, we don't make a huge promotional big deal about it because it's become just routine.
Yeah.
So that's probably why we haven't been like beating the drum as often or as loud as we usually do.
Careful.
It may feel routine, but it is still very important what we're doing.
Yes,
it is very, very important. We're raising money for kids, and so it's a great charity. And then this year too, we're going to be throwing it to Los Angeles for our Funhouse friends. So they're going to take over for a couple hours, kind of midday, and do their own shenanigans. And I think they're raising some money for LA Children's as well. So it's going to be great.
That's awesome.
Like the craziness is going to be all over the place. But yeah, if you can make a donation, please do so. And if you can't, that's okay. Just spread the word. That's all we can ask. But you know, even $5 counts. So thank you very much.
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Anything else you want to throw around? You want to talk old Austin while I'm here?
Yeah, let's talk old Austin. Let's talk about traffic.
They redid the bridge. They redid the 183 bridge.
Yeah, it's weird now.
Yeah. It's like so I-35 it runs north south through Austin. There's this flyover bridge they've had for ages, but it was like this crazy ramp up, and so now they destroyed the bridge.
It like starts further back now.
And you can't exit right onto the flyover, which I appreciate.
Yeah, if you turn off of what is there, Koenig, onto 35, you can't get onto 183 north. You have to like loop around or go further. So the exit's further back. It's weird.
Austin.
They need to
Austin stuff.
and then now I'm complaining. Now I always bitch about that lane, the far right lane, getting onto the upper deck near the baseball field, because it's like 3 lanes of traffic compressed down to one. It's like everyone who's on the access road gets joined by everyone coming on from Ellicade, who all join that right lane on the upper deck. So it's like 3 lanes of traffic. It's a nightmare. They need to fix that next.
Austin traffic, right?
I got stuck behind a truck today.
What kind of truck?
It was like a moving truck, but it was on a residential street. So there was no ability to like go around it. And it was going probably 6 miles an hour.
Oof.
That's why I was late today to filming. Just in case you guys were wondering.
Stuck behind the truck.
Yeah. I'm like, this is a very Texas thing.
What's the worst thing you've driven on the road?
Worst.
As in something you've driven. You're like, I shouldn't be on the road driving this.
Oh, like what car have I driven? That's a bad car.
I guess I'll give an example so it makes sense. One time,
you on a tricycle, like going on a highway?
No, as in like one time I was like moving. I was taking a piece of furniture back to like a Lowe's, and then like we had it. Like, I think balanced on my trunk, and we bungee cabled it up, but it was only like around the corner. It was a block, but it was still scary.
Yeah, I moved a mattress one time and did the same thing where it was on the roof of the car.
Nice, doing the
and
arm.
Someone had the arm out, but again, it was just like I think one highway exit, so it wasn't long, but we were going very slow.
There was one time.
Very dangerous.
Like an old apartment. I was getting rid of an old couch. I was like, "Free couch, come get it."
Free couch.
That's it. End the podcast.
Thanks for having me on.
And I watched the people because I was watching from the window. Is anyone gonna get that couch? Oh, look, people are getting the couch. But they came in a car, and they put the couch on the front hood.
As you do.
And then the dude leaned against the couch. And they drove off.
Like he got on the couch on the car?
Well, kind of like leaning with his back, pressing up, like holding it with his back on the front hood, and they drove forward. The wife couldn't see out the front window because the couch was there. So she was out driving out the side window. He was gesturing where to go.
Oh my God.
And they were both just resting on the hood. So all it took was a little bit of a break. He would slide forward, the couch would fall onto him, and then the car would run over both of them.
Yeah. I mean, they drove off, right? You don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got video of them driving off.
Oh, wow.
I never heard from them again. So maybe they lived, maybe they didn't.
Gus, you remember a couple of years ago when that guy got run over on a couch in the middle of the street?
It was the couch murdered 2 people. The police never figured out who did it.
It was like something about a free couch. It was really weird.
Free couch.
It's just as good the second time.
Every time I hear that,
Oh my God! All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for having me. Extra Life next weekend. Check it out. Also this weekend, support the RT community because you guys are awesome. We love you very much.
Yeah, thanks for reminding everyone about it.
Absolutely. So extralife.roosterteeth.com will take you to here or wherever we push donation stuff. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, if you click the link, it'll actually transport you to Austin.
Yeah.
It'll take you right here. And it'll be
there he goes.
Do you ever wish you could do flips?
We're just starting. Just gonna hit.
No, I was just thinking about it. How awesome would it be if Jack had just flipped out of here, done a flip over the just casual flips.
Oh man, do you ever wish you could do flips?
I just think how cool, if you were just so casual about it and you didn't, it was like nothing.
Chris, you should quietly, without letting anyone know, you should stop talking about this right now. And you should just start practicing doing flips, and then in about 6 months, just casually break them out on the podcast or in content, just amaze everyone.
And you should be like, "Oh, I need to go get another drink. Why don't I excuse myself?"
And then
that would be very cool.
So the reason I was bitching about how hard it is to get, how hard it's becoming to get COVID tests now is because we were missing one.
Yep.
we have no Gavin free today because
he was supposed to get tested today.
Yeah, a shortage of
due to scheduling,
tests.
And then
there were no tests.
Yep.
So we have no Gavin. Sorry, Gavin.
To be fair, Gavin never goes out, so he probably would have been safe.
He's one.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he is really safe. I think we're all pretty safe about it, but I think he's extra safe.
Yeah.
Well, he can't drive, so he's
true.
He's stuck in his house.
We did go to the Halloween party.
Yeah, we did.
Gavin was there.
He was. A lot of people were there. Yeah, Rooster Teeth after almost 2 years of not seeing each other, we had our first company-wide party for Halloween on Thursday, and it was very fun. I think everyone had to be fully vaccinated to attend, and I know like a ton of us get tested weekly.
We're tested, yeah.
Yeah, but it was great. There was like
nice.
some people who got hired at Rooster Teeth within the last year and a half during the pandemic who I never actually met in person, who I finally got to see for the first time at that party. And I was like, oh shit, you're not on a Zoom background. This is so
real
weird.
life.
In real life, yeah. You were Blue's Clues, Steve from Blue's Clues.
I was Steve from Blue's Clues. It was a good party.
Yeah. I like how you brought it up and then had nothing to say about it.
Well, I was just thinking about that was one time when Gavin did go out.
He did.
Oh, good point.
But it was with all of us.
Yeah.
The people he sees all the time.
Exactly.
Already, anyway, at least once a week. Yeah. Oh, well. Before you mentioned earlier that we're bad, and I totally agree. We're bad about talking about things that have become routine for us. Like, for example, I felt like early on when we were doing RTX, whenever RTX was coming up, we were talking about it all the time. Mm-hmm. Then after a couple of years, it just wouldn't come up. Like, it'd be like, oh yeah, that thing's RTX is happening.
We would start promoting it like 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah, it was.
Like, by the way.
We're awful about that. And so in that vein, in that way of thinking, you reminded me, Barbara, by saying that Genlock is premiering again this week.
Yeah.
This Thursday, Genlock's coming back. And also, as that lower third says, there's going to be a companion podcast called Unlocked. It's the Genlock companion podcast. It airs alongside the show on HBO Max, Rooster Teeth, where we get podcasts. That's coming out as well on the 4th, along with Genlock. So see, even our lower third, we're promoting the new thing, Unlocked.
Yep.
And Genlock is coming back too.
Yeah.
There it is. He showed me, Brian.
It'll be on HBO Max season 2. I believe the trailer was released late last week. Mm-hmm. I know Michael B. Jordan posted it on his Instagram, and I think Rooster Teeth also posted it as well. But man, I'm excited for people to see season 2 of Genlock.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I need to. I've got it. I need to watch it.
I mean, it hasn't come out publicly yet.
Yeah,
so
but I've got it. Like, I've got access to it. I just haven't watched it yet. I need to. But I feel like I need to finish it. I need to watch the whole thing before it comes out. The first episode comes out this Thursday.
Don't we only have the first 2 episodes?
Do we? I haven't even looked yet.
Okay.
Damn it.
I'm not actually sure.
You spoiled me.
Yeah,
you spoiled my fun.
There's a couple things I'm very excited to see people's reaction to. I will hold my tongue, though.
Okay.
Until
Soon.
that moment.
You can start talking about it on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's coming out so soon.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
The other day, was it last week? Yeah, not this past weekend, but last weekend. I was driving around Austin, and I was actually really shocked and disappointed at something that I saw here in town. I was driving up Mopac, and there was this group of people standing on a bridge over Mopac that had a banner unfurled on that bridge over Mopac that had anti-Semitic writing on it.
What?
Yeah, and they were all up there giving Nazi salutes.
What?
To everyone who was driving by under the street. And as I was driving, on Mopac under the bridge, I saw the police were there. I was like, okay, well, the police are going to tell them to move along or stop doing that, right? But then, like, the next day, this image appeared on social media of the Nazi leader fist bumping an Austin police officer. And then, of course, the Austin police chief comes out and says, oh, it's all taken out of context.
Sure.
The police officers were there for over 2 hours, and what you're seeing is at the very end, the person who was there wanted a handshake with the police officer, but he didn't want to because of COVID, so he gave him a fist bump. And I thought, well, why were they even there for 2 hours to begin with?
Right. Shouldn't it have been a quick, hey, guys, get the fuck out of here, stop doing this?
Regardless of messaging, which is terrible, you can't find a fucking banner over a highway like that. Like on a state, I presume a state-owned or city-owned bridge. And that area, that part of town, there's like, they were definitely very specific with where they did it. There's like a synagogue over there and like a Jewish deli. Like they picked the part of town where they were doing that, I guarantee.
Fucking disgusting.
It was really disgusting. But then this past weekend, I was driving down up Mopac again, and at that same bridge, there was another banner and another group of people up there. And the banner just said, fuck Nazis.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was like, all right.
My kind of fucking banner right there.
Yeah, and then they tried.
What?
There was a fire at a synagogue the other day. There was
In Austin?
anti-Semitic graffiti at a school right by where that banner was being hung.
Oh my god! Just fucking leave people alone.
Yeah, leave people alone.
Just fucking live your life. Stop hating. Just fucking fuck off.
Stop it. Yeah.
Fuck.
I can't believe that.
Fuck racists, fuck anti-Semites,
Yeah.
fuck everyone who hates people just for fucking being themselves.
Yeah, and I can't believe
Fuck!
the response, like, oh, well, the police were there for 2 hours. You're seeing this out of context, like, well, that's really the defense you're going to go with?
Fuck.
It was really shocking and disappointing to see. I can't believe I'd seen. I've lived in Austin a long time. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that around here.
Oh my god.
It was definitely shocking. I meant to. I thought about talking about it last week, but then I didn't. But then I saw the follow-up banner this week, and I was like, all right, I gotta mention it.
That should be the new state motto. Fuck Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But yeah, that was it was an interesting thing to see. Let's see, going through my list of stuff here. I've been fucking around with my shit at home. We've been working at home for a long time now. Like, God, this over a year and a half now. So it's like I have so much data, and I briefly talked about this last week. I have so much data, like terabytes of shit that we've recorded, and I've been like messing around with like long-term storage and backup solutions. So I bought like this little device that you just like plug a bunch of hard drives into, and you plug it in your network, and you can like copy a bunch of stuff, and it's redundant and saves everything. Because like the way I'd been recording everything, like right now, the way when we're taping stuff, I have like a fast array of drives to save everything to, but like if one of them fails, then I lose everything. So I've been nervous like this last year and a half, like if I lose one drive, then I'm going to lose like a year and a half's worth of work. So I've been like tinkering, and I had so much shit on my work drive that we've recorded over the last year and a half. It took like 40 hours for everything to copy off of there onto my
Holy shit.
onto my external like long-term storage device.
40 hours.
Were you double copying it?
No, no.
What does that mean?
Like
Copying it
duplicating.
two places.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. So I don't know how.
How fast do you think Blaine would have done that?
Hey, so I don't know like how diligent you all are about like backing up your stuff, but
Very diligent.
yeah, it's something you may want to
Very
think
diligent.
about.
Backing up like all of our content and
Yeah,
stuff?
stuff that you work on. I don't know if you like you put it whatever, just something to think about.
I have nothing important.
When I when I first started working my old job, like before Rooster Teeth, it was like an IT job, and I used to have to travel all around the country. And someone in chat's asking, it's a NAS, a network attached storage. But my old job was an IT place, and there was like this company that had locations all around the U.S. and one in Canada. And my job was to like travel around to all of them and make sure like all their computers were up to date and like helping fix their networks and doing their backups and all of that shit. One of the first trips it was a traveling job. I was traveling like 5 days out of the week. And one of the first trips I had to take was I had to go to LA because their network storage device died and they needed help getting it back. So I remember I flew into LA. It was the first time I ever went to LA, and their office was right by the airport. You know, like where the Hertz Rent-A-Car is? It's like right there. So my first trip to LA was to like essentially the Hertz Rent-A-Car and then back to the airport. So I go to the office and I'm like, all right, yeah, this is your backup is totally dead. It's like, your network device is totally dead. Where are your backups? They were like, oh yeah, we don't run backups
Oh my
For
god.
anything?
for anything. So like the entire company was offline, and I was like,
Oh my God.
well, your hard drives are all dead with your stuff, and you're telling me you have no backups? Like, yeah. It's like, all right, well, we need to find like a hard drive data recovery place to like take apart
Yeah.
the drives, like fix whatever's broken and recover all the data off of it. And it was like $70,000
Oh yeah.
to recover the data.
It's so expensive.
It's so fucking expensive. Like you could spend a couple $100 now to to back everything up and to save it, or you can spend like tens of thousands of dollars. And this was in 2000 that I'm saying like $70,000. Or you can spend like tens of thousands of dollars down the road
What
to
kind
recover
of stuff
it.
are you backing up? Like,
This is just like footage, podcasts, like everything.
Yeah.
Everything we record, I have saved.
okay.
So like any footage for anything we filmed in the last year and a half, I still have access to.
Yeah, I do too. It's on an external hard drive, but that's,
It's not back. It may or may not be backed
I mean,
up.
here's the thing that I think of. I'm like, how important can it be if it's already released?
Yeah. I just worry. Well, like
Yeah.
even some stuff like hasn't come out. Like when we first started working from home and we were doing Black Box Down from home, I was I had deleted like one of the audio files on my computer, thinking we didn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
But it turns out like the file I had uploaded wasn't good.
You uploaded the wrong episode to that folder.
And by the time they got to editorial to do that episode, they were like, "Hey, you didn't upload the right file. Can you upload the correct?" I was like, "Oh, I don't have it anymore." So that's the kind of stuff I worry about. It's just like, what if there's something that just hasn't been looked at yet, and there's like a gap somewhere that you're gonna find.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I remember in college having to recover a hard drive like 3 times, but there was on campus there was like a facility that would do it cheaper than normal because for students, but it was still very expensive. I just remember it was like, man, this is like the cost of like 4 hard drives.
Yeah,
Shit.
that stuff's really expensive.
Yeah, because they're like digging in it, right?
Like physically, taking it apart, like replacing little pieces.
Yeah.
I will never understand all of this.
That's
Just like, take my stuff, put it safe. Do not touch.
Double copy it, as Chris would.
Copy it. It'll take 80 hours.
Yeah.
No big deal. I can't imagine the amount of stuff that Gavin has in terms of footage.
I was actually talking with him. I'm pointing at him. He's not even here. I was actually talking with Gavin about like backup storage solutions because I was like, out of everyone I know, I feel like Gavin easily deals with the most data, and he's probably very meticulous about backing stuff up.
Probably, yeah.
So we like bounce some ideas back and forth off of each other.
That's one of the things I think is the most well versed on at this company is like data storage and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I have questions about that, I would go to Gavin.
Yeah.
He's a very smart guy.
Mm-hmm. Speaking
to many of
of
you.
not smart, I did something not smart.
You, Chris Demarais, did something not smart?
So
What? Oh, never guess.
I had all my locks changed.
All your keys.
My locks changed.
All of your locks changed.
Like a blacksmith,
Okay, a blacksmith.
That's what they're called.
A locksmith.
Locksmith.
Same blacksmith.
A locksmith came out and just changed all my locks because they just hadn't been changed since I'd moved. And I was like, cool. And I was like testing them all. And then I was like, okay, cool. They're all working because they're all same key. Cool. And then like 30 minutes later, or whatever after work, I was like taking out the recycling. And
Wait, pause. What happens next?
I'm gonna guess he threw his new key away, thinking that he had his old key still and it was gonna work. What do you think is gonna happen?
I was gonna say I think he might have thrown away the new key.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, no, I just walked out and my doors were locked.
They lock themselves.
Well, I have the door handle that you can turn, but then when it's locked, which I hate, it's what I mean? Like, so you can open it and it's locked, and then when you shut it, it's locked.
So from the inside you can open it.
Yes.
It's locked.
But from the outside, it's locked.
But, yeah.
And so I walked out, like, really just to take some stuff to the trash can, like right outside by my car, like in my underwear.
No. Hold on. You didn't say that.
What time of day was this?
It was like afternoon, like 5. It was like after
work, like
after work.
5, 6
yeah,
p.m.?
like 5 or 6.
Like rush hour?
Yeah.
Still daylight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very much daylight. And then
Just underwear, or are we like?
I had a shirt.
Okay,
But it was
undies?
it was one of my little like servant little when Blaine always makes fun of my little like.
Chris wears white shirts under his t-shirts that are like he cuts the sleeves off a little bit so they don't come through the sleeves, and he cuts the bottom so it doesn't come out of the bottom.
Like
of
an
the
undershirt.
Yeah.
That's been
But
trimmed.
Blaine says I look like a medieval like hello,
like a little servant boy.
a little servant boy. Like, would you like some like whatever. That's what. Anyway, so I was wearing like a rag. It's like it doesn't really even cut because I cut it so that it doesn't.
Right.
So that it doesn't. So it's almost like a cut off top. It's like a
crop
midriff.
top.
Yeah, it's a crop top.
So you're
Crop top. You're wearing a crop top in your panties.
wearing a shitty little crop top
Yeah.
and underwear
And then I'm like,
at 5 o'clock.
yeah, and so I'm like, well, because it was after work. I was hot, and I took, and then I'm like, okay, they can't all be locked. They were all locked.
They were
Oh
all
my
locked.
God.
They were all locked. And then I was like, well, I have a backup key. Oh, wait. My backup key is no longer it just
It's
got
the old-
changed.
it's the old key.
And I was like, and I didn't have my phone. I didn't have anything. I was like in my underwear. So I was like, there's got to be some, like, how do I get in? Like, no one, I had no key. Like, I was like, I'm going to have to call
Just break a window.
That's what I was thinking. But then I was like, what if maybe I have a window that's like open, not downstairs. So I was like, maybe there's upstairs.
Oh my God.
And I had a tree. This was lucky.
People are going to think you're just like some drugged up crazy guy who's trying to
tree.
break into this house.
A tree limb had like kind of fallen that had actually provided a really good
Oh my God.
like.
Are you wearing shoes at the
No, I had a really good. No, I did have I had some sandals on.
Okay.
But I couldn't. They weren't very good for climbing.
Do you take them
You
off?
like flip flops?
Yeah, they're flip flops.
Okay.
So I couldn't really use them for climbing. But I climbed up this tree branch that had kind of like fallen over, and through that I kind of jumped onto the roof, and then I was like hopping along the roof, and
oh my God.
they were all locked, and then I had to so I get to the front part of the house, but like there's a ledge. This is gonna be hard to explain. There's a ledge that goes out further.
Okay.
And I needed to get up it, but it was like 4 or 5 feet off the top of the roof. So I needed to get up, but I didn't want to put all my weight onto it because then I was worried it might crack the wood. So I had to get up onto it in a way that would distribute my weight evenly.
Just jump and be flat and lay down
Exactly.
on
I had to jump and get parallel with it.
it. Yeah.
And it was 4 feet up, and it was in the front yard. So it's like this is me on the front.
People absolutely saw you doing this.
I'm sure people did. I was up there because I was figuring. I was like, how do I get up? Because I circled around trying to go around the house, but then I couldn't because it was too steep on the other side.
So what happened? Did you?
Well,
get in?
I did the jump.
Okay.
I did the little jump flop, and it was one. To be fair, I did it really well.
Did you even have your cell phone with you?
No, it was in the house. I had
Holy
nothing.
fuck.
All I had was my I literally was in my underwear and my little shredded crop top. And I did this flop thing where I jumped and flopped on the roof, and then I had to scuttle down.
Why are you doing this?
I had to
Scuttle
scuttle
down.
because there was another overhang
Yeah.
that was above it, so it was a very
Small little crevice
and so I had to
there?
scuttle this, with my butt towards the street.
What does scuttle mean?
I don't
It's like when I think of when a crab walks sideways, scuttling.
Okay.
and I backed up, and then I'm on the golem or something, creeping along, and the last window I checked was cracked that much, and I got in.
You got in?
I got in.
Fuck.
I was I've never been so happy. I was cheering on top of my roof. I was so happy.
What would you have done had no windows been open, no doors were open, nothing?
I was thinking about breaking a window.
Because
either-
you didn't have, you couldn't even call for a locksmith.
I couldn't. I would have had to go
You start
to,
shouting, locksmith!
I would have had to
Is
go
anybody
to the,
here a locksmith?
Yeah, I would have to go to a neighbor and be like, "Could I borrow your phone? I'm locked.
I swear I'm not crazy.
Do you have any internet home device by a window you could have screamed at from outside the window, call a locksmith?
No,
Alexa.
no, I don't. And so I was that, or I would have just broken a window.
And just had it repaired another time.
Yeah.
I guess you have experience getting windows repaired. Someone
Yeah.
else's
Oh
window.
yeah.
With
Yeah,
booger
yeah.
jumping through it.
I had a similar doorknob at my house where from the inside you could open it, but to lock it, it had a push button on it.
Okay.
So you could unlock it, and if it was locked and you turned it, it would open, not like the one you're talking about. But the problem was, if you went out and the door went all the way and hit the wall would push the lock in.
Oh,
Fuck.
Yeah, so
bad design.
I had to I got so close to getting locked out so many times. I need to get rid of that doorknob. And in fact, I took that doorknob off, and we used that doorknob when we were filming the other day. Remember we needed a doorknob? That's that one. That doorknob almost locked me out so many times.
yeah.
Do you not have smart locks?
I do.
I
but
guess it wouldn't have mattered 'cause you don't have
I didn't
your
have my phone,
phone. Okay.
but I also hadn't installed them yet because I was.
Gotcha.
And in my case, this was separate from the smart lock. I have a smart lock on the other lock, but this is a
Gotcha.
push button on the
handle itself.
On the handle itself.
Right. Usually the smart locks are for the deadbolts.
The deadbolts, exactly.
Right. Fuck.
So I had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
When was this? This was on the weekend?
This was like after one day we finished filming.
Oh my God.
So now I have the mental image that after we see Chris and he goes home, he just like immediately strips down to his underwear and his like
And
crop top
scuttles
shirt
across
and
the room.
sandals, and he's like a crab, like dancing around in his house.
Well, I think I was doing something. I think I was like
I don't want to know
painting or something.
I mean, hey, it's your house. You could be free, baby. Live your life.
Do what you want.
Get your skivvies out.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
I'll be a crab.
I put on pajamas immediately when I get home. Immediately. There's no jeans in my house worn unless I'm leaving.
I'm a weirdo. I'll preface. I'm a different kind of weirdo than Chris, but I have a routine. I will not get into my like comfortable clothes until 8 p.m.
Why?
I don't know.
But you're home.
I'm home. Like, in case I need to go back out or do something. So at 8 p.m., I'm done. That's it.
I've gone back out in my pajamas because I refuse to put on real clothes back on.
I have two if I do have to leave after 8 p.m. It doesn't happen that often, but it does sometimes.
That's so fun.
Have you seen those new locks that you can rekey yourself without having to call a locksmith?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, they're cool. I was going to suggest them if.
Yeah. No,
I.
This was one of those like home warranty things. They can rechange what your locks want. So I was like, using that.
Yeah, because I assume previous owners would have like the old keys and stuff like that, and just for safety
it's just
reasons.
a safety thing. Yeah.
I think the ones I saw were made by Kwikset.
Yeah,
it comes with like a little tool, and you like put the tool in, then you put the old key, and then you put the new key, and then it just transfers to the new key, and that's it. And you can even make like using that, you could change, you could like rekey your lock for like if you were out of town for a week. Like give your neighbor a key, then rekey it. So it's like, oh, now my neighbor's key works for a week. But now when I'm back, now my neighbor's key doesn't work, and it's back to my.
Super cool.
I really hope one of your neighbors has like a security camera or like a video doorbell, because if there's footage of you running around your house in your underwear and on your roof, that would be fucking phenomenal.
I hadn't thought about that, but maybe
content.
Just for us.
Go knock on your neighbor's door. Like, hey, do you have a security camera? And did it catch me in my underwear?
Yeah. There was some. No, I'd be like, there's some weird dude running around. I think like on my roof. I don't know who it was. I want to make sure.
They pulled the footage. It looks like you, my evil twin.
He's back.
Discramaris. Why does your twin have a different last name than you? I don't know.
Weird, like parents.
But look at him scuttle. It's very impressive.
Look at that move. Did that hurt though? I scraped myself up though because it's like on the roof.
I was gonna say, I'm glad you didn't like fucking fall and hurt yourself.
Yeah, I would have if I tried to go up the other side. Okay. I thought about it, but it was real steep and real shallow. And
I just like some of the people say this all the time on the podcast. Some of the stories Chris tells don't seem like they should be allowed to be real.
I think,
but they are 100% real.
If I didn't personally know Chris Demarais, I wouldn't believe half the shit he says.
Yeah, it's very true. But it's true.
But yeah, knowing him, absolutely.
Yeah, I was
just like how you're pouring a Bud Light into that Rooster Teeth coffee mug.
Well, I'm trying to.
I like how you're trying to do it discreetly, as if. Like,
you like quietly pulled it out from somewhere below the table.
I had it wrapped in my. It's very almost full.
It's foamy.
It's foamy.
Why were you trying to hide it?
Well, I was trying to hide the brands.
There's no beer sponsor for this podcast, right?
I don't know. I was just trying to hide brands. You put it in the Rooster Teeth cup.
I went to Denver, Colorado this past weekend.
How was that?
It was awesome. It was nice to be able to like go to a different city and just like explore the town a little bit. But something that I didn't realize is there's a very high elevation there. And it's super, super dry to the point where I was chugging water like crazy. And it made me realize how little water I drink on a normal basis because I'm like, why is my piss clear all the time? And I'm like, it probably should be.
Did you go out at all?
We went to dinner both nights, but it was just like we just left our hotel and went straight to the place we were going for dinner. So like we didn't really walk about very much.
One of the last trips I did before COVID, I went to Denver and there was this bar called, I think I might have talked about it. I think it was called Milk or something in Denver.
Did talk about
it. Was crazy. It had like 13 bars in it, and one of them was a vampire bar.
Yeah, that's right. You did.
Yeah.
You did talk about this. I remember this now.
Oh, I wish you reminded me. I would have gone.
I didn't know. I totally would have told you, like,
Damn.
I think You told that because I went to Denver when COVID was really low this past summer, and we all thought it was over.
Yeah.
I went to
yeah, you
Denver
did.
this past summer, and I think when I came back, that's when you told.
Oh, okay.
The 13.
Did you
bar
also
that
notice
first one.
yourself like electrocuting? I had so much static shock
Yeah.
the second I got there. Did you notice that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy how much of a difference that elevation can make in lots of little things you didn't even realize.
Yep. It's also very interesting going. So I went to Toronto the previous weekend for another fan expo. And it's funny being in two cities back to back where cannabis is legalized and just seeing like every second store is essentially a cannabis shop. And I was like, you don't see that in Texas.
It's a lot of lost sales tax revenue that the state's leaving on the table.
Yep.
Yep.
Just saying. They got other priorities though.
Yeah, like making sure no one's happy ever.
Yeah. Thanks.
Or safe.
Thanks, Texas.
You know how we were, there's another random story. You know how we were filming with those, fake machine gun thingies?
Fake?
We didn't use them.
We had like where we did a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I had those in because we were going to film it 1 week and then we didn't. So I had them in my trunk for like a while. It's ended up taking out. But then I was
Just for clarification, they're like prop guns.
prop guns.
guns,
Yes,
yeah.
they're plastic.
They don't.
For a
They're
skit,
yeah,
we
they're,
were
they're
doing.
They're
plastic.
rubber.
Yeah.
And I just grabbed a whole bunch because we didn't know what we were going to use and put them in my trunk. And then I had left them in my trunk for a while. And then I was like, what was I doing? I was dropping, I think someone was picking up a dog for daycare or like to watch or something from a friend who was leaving town. And I opened my trunk. I was like, okay, but I opened my trunk. Be cool. There's a bunch of guns in my trunk. And I said it jokingly. Like,
Right.
But then they were like, wait, really? I'm like, yes. And then I was like,
Doubled down on
yeah. And then I was like, I convinced them that I was like, I can't tell you. Like, why do you have guns in your trunk? I'm like, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to incriminate you. And then
I'm doing you a favor.
yeah, and they're like, no, really. It's like I was like, no, you don't want to. Like, you're better off not knowing. I shouldn't even let you. You know, I only told you so that you didn't freak out when you saw the trunk pop. You know, and they're like, no, but really, like, why? I'm like, well, and I
just kept going.
oh yeah, I made up a whole story where I was like, well, I bought them, but then I have to get robbed so that they're not mine. So then someone else can and then I can report them missing.
I have to get robbed.
Like then I'll report them missing.
It's on my to-do list.
I'll report them missing, and then someone else has them, you know, and so then they're like, so then they can, you know, have them. And I was like, came up with this whole like mafia story.
Just on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Damn, look at you.
It's improv.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's like I was like, I mean, it's easy when it's like a joke.
Yeah.
When if I'm actually lying, then I'm like,
Not as
well, yeah, then I suck at it. But if I'm like,
A gullible person's the best yes and partner.
yeah, and then, yeah. So I don't know if I ever told them that I wasn't an arms.
They call the ATF on you by now, probably.
Yeah. So you guys ended that conversation. This person left still thinking that these
I
were
think
real
so.
firearms.
I'll follow up. I was one of the things. Oh, I'll tell them later. I was like laughing at myself. I was
Yeah.
like, aha, that was funny. They think I smuggle weapons.
You
Where-
can, just
Whereas
you can just blame your twin, Disc Demarais.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're currently filing an FBI report against you.
I don't think they would do that on me.
I was that before or after the key incident?
That must have been before.
Okay.
Well, oh,
It's like I just think the idea of the FBI
yeah, I
sent
come in. I'm like,
a truck watching your house and just see you running around climbing into your own windows.
I would love to see if they had a file on Chris and what it contained.
I feel like there's gotta be.
Like some agency's been watching him.
I hope not.
I mean, he is an alien after all.
There is a way to request government files on you.
Government files.
Yeah, we tried to look it up on No Dumb Answers and found out you can.
Oh shit. I don't like that.
Can you request it? Can I request Chris's?
We can find out.
Well, I don't want them having files on me.
Nobody knows a thing about Chris.
I mean, yeah, I don't
We'll put you into a witness protection program. Don't worry, you'll be okay. Something happened when I was at home that I've been debating about talking about on the podcast because my parents watch the podcast every week.
Uh-oh. This is going to be a good story. I can already tell.
But
Yeah.
I feel like it's not that crazy of a story.
Can you do earmuffs?
Yep, mom and dad earmuffs. Please.
For your protection.
So this is the code. to put them on, and we'll lift them whenever they go off.
So I recently went home to visit my family, and I was staying at my childhood house in my childhood room. And I have this bed that has like this huge backboard that has like drawers on the sides of it and like a top thing that connects it and a mirror on the back.
Okay, yeah, it's almost like a built-in kind of.
A built-in situation. And I would put like stuff on the top for decoration, like plants and stuffed animals and stuff like that on top of it. And I was showing Trevor some stuff, and I was like cleaning up around there, and I reached back and I'm like, what's this? And I pull out an entire box of condoms that I guess I had purchased when I was a teenager and left up there.
Wow.
Here's the thing. I don't know if my parents had found it because they've been like cleaning my room and like donating some stuff and whatever. And if they found it and just left it there, because if they thought I knew it was there and I came home and it wasn't there anymore, I'd be like, oh shit, they found it. This is embarrassing. So I was like, I guess I'll just take this and throw it out. And I looked at the box. They expired in 2015.
Yeah, that was going to be my question is how long ago they expired.
I probably bought them when I was like 17 or 18. I had a boyfriend throughout
being
all
responsible.
of them. Was being responsible?
It would be worse if your parents found them and then got rid of them, because then
I wouldn't have been responsible. Yeah. No, we would have just bought more. But yeah, so that was a funny thing to find at 32 years old. Some condoms that I used back when I was a teenager.
Yeah,
with my
that
first
expired
boyfriend.
6 years ago.
Which condoms
I think they
take
last a long time.
a long time.
Yeah.
Probably purchased them in like 2008.
if you have condoms that do expire, that's depressing.
You mean
Can that be the title of this episode? Depressing condoms? It's going on the list. All right.
so? Yeah, that happened. No big deal. But
Is it earmuffs off time?
earmuffs off.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never had anything like that. I don't go back and visit my childhood home that frequently.
Yeah, I don't. I've moved so much that I don't really have a home.
Yeah,
I had
that's so sad.
Oh, I mean, it's not like I have a whole. It's not like it's just like.
And the
I've
ones
moved.
you do, you get yourself locked out of.
Yeah.
I think I lived in the same home from the time I was. How old was I? From the time I was in second grade until I graduated high school. So what was that, like 7 to 18? I lived in the same house.
Yeah.
And is it still there?
It's still there? Yeah.
Someone in chat, we get it, Chris. You fuck.
No.
Little humble brag.
Well, no. I'm just saying that's a long time to go.
Yeah, no, I know. If you've had condoms that long that have expired before you could use them, that I would be sad.
Oh.
Or
Do
unsafe.
people still keep condoms in their wallet? Is that something people do? Specifically dudes because we don't have purses?
You'd sit on it. I think it's bad for the condom.
I think you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I think like the
Supposed to,
heat
'cause it
and the
gets bent
pressure.
and-
Right.
yeah,
It's bad for it.
It's bad.
So how do you, if you're going out on the town with possible intention of maybe hooking up with someone, do you just like
Front pocket.
front pocket?
They also sell them in like public bathrooms sometimes, like these vending machines and
Yeah,
stuff.
but I guess like if I think like, oh, you end up
You don't
going
want to
home with a
rely
person.
on that.
Yeah.
Be like, oh man, because then you might if you're carrying
Although
around 3/4.
I guess if you're gonna go to a person's house who is sexually active, hopefully they have condoms available.
Yeah.
Guys, safe sex. Practice safe sex. Even if you're with a partner that you're comfortable with, it's still good to.
Yeah. Or you can put it maybe in your sock if you wanted to. I don't know. I'm just thinking right now if you're wearing
Don't put
like
it
really
in your sock.
No,
Please don't
like
put it in
if
your
you're wearing long.
Oh,
like-
the little pocket on the side of the jeans?
Yeah.
That's a change pocket.
It can be a condom pocket too. It'll fit.
That's too small to be a condom.
Mine will fit. You got a small dick.
You said it. You said it.
It's probably okay if you leave it in for like a day. You know, I wouldn't just do it like.
Condom.
I mean, like in your wallet.
Yeah, if you knew
Yeah.
if you had it for a specific moment, like not just a backup condom.
Just like I'm going out tonight. There's a girl who's going to be there that I
And
like,
we're
and we
planning
might,
on
Yeah.
Yeah.
then that's probably fine. But if you're gonna like if it's like that condom like well, you never know. You know, like that one you should probably not.
In chat, Mr. Oinks asked, what expires about the condom? Does it just break easier? I think that's what it is. Like
It's probably the rubber gets old and more
exactly.
breakable. That kind
Just
of
like-
stuff, you don't want to risk it.
I think of it like, you ever had gum that's really old
Yeah, and it gets hard.
and it like falls apart while you're chewing it?
crumbles.
You know, it's probably
Yeah.
like that. You know, just like just falls apart. Not that
I
you,
have pieces of condom in me. What is this? It's all, it's all crumbled.
yeah. I don't know. We had a bunch of condoms today.
It looked like one of those came out of a wallet.
Yeah, I know, and I threw that one away.
Okay, good. I didn't want to throw you under the bus.
That didn't come out of the wall. That didn't come out of a wall. That was in a pocket.
I like how we're not giving anyone any context to that.
We filmed something that needed.
Well, you didn't give any context for we needed a bunch of guns either.
That's fair enough.
I'd say it was a prop.
It was a prop. Prop for a skit. These were also technically props for a skit
Yeah.
that we did.
And
You'll know it when you see it because it'll be the one skit we have where we have a bunch of condoms.
And it was like, yeah, I was like, I volunteered to bring condoms.
I should have brought the ones from home. Shouldn't have thrown
No, I
them
didn't want
out.
those mixed up with mine.
True. These were lifestyle condoms. They were red packaging. And I was just like, bam, they really thrown in your face there.
Red is good color.
I feel like sex toys and like condom packaging and stuff like that is more discreet these days.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't scream like, I don't know, you're going to have
doesn't
sex.
stand out, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember, this is a weird story. I remember like,
Wouldn't stop you before.
there was one time where like our car broke down while we were traveling. I was probably like 11 and we were stuck in this like little town for like the day while we like they were working on our car. Mm-hmm. And I was just like bored being like 11 and it's like a small town. And I went in the bathroom, they had one of those little like vending machines that had like, it was like you put
that you
in.
were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, but it was like you didn't know what you were gonna get. Like you'd put in 3/4 and you didn't. It'd be like it was like surprise
So
thing.
what were the options?
Well, that's what I had to find out. And so, so then I was like, I got change, and I was like, well, what will pop out? And I did, and it's like, I think at first it was just like a condom. I was like, okay, I've seen those at my friend's house. Like his mom had, he showed me his mom's like condom drawer and all her lube. It was weird. I mean, this is the thing. Like I was okay. Now this story. Well, I was like 11, and well now I'm going to explain that story.
Which of us when we're 11 hasn't seen our friend's mom's condom drawer? I mean,
Well, I
it's
was
a
like-
tale as old as time.
Well, it was a thing where we were like 11, and it was like me and him and his like brother, and we were like, he was like, "Oh, have you seen like where you blow a condom up over your head?" And then so we got a bunch. We were like,
Why did every little boy do this?
yeah.
at
So
some
we
point?
we went. They went and got condoms from his mom's, and then so then we like did that, and then I
Yeah.
remember I will never like hit like I was like pulled it. And there was like condoms and like lube everywhere, like those little individual wrap lube things, and I just remember like my
like a ketchup packet.
yeah. Well, it was like a little. I remember my friend like opening one up and like squirting it out and be like, "This must be what vagina feels like."
oh man,
Okay. Well, I was just like, and I was like, I don't know. Anyway, back to my original weird story.
Could that be the title of this podcast? This is what vagina feels like. Is that allowed?
put it on the list.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This must be. This must be what vagina feels like.
I just kept going back like to get more quarters. Like I feel like I was playing. It was like.
Who are you asking for these quarters?
Well, that's the thing is I had to come up with an inconspicuous way to get them, so I kept buying things at the convenience store that I knew would give me 3/4. Like,
Why didn't
would
you
give
just ask for change?
Could probably
I
because
don't
he was
know.
a kid.
I was like 11, and I was like,
Because then he would have been like, "What do you need it for?"
yeah, I'd be like, well, I don't know, like
The game in the bathroom.
do my laundry.
Yeah, the game.
Do they? I guess like I don't really pay attention a lot in public restrooms anymore, and you guys wouldn't know the answer to this, but I know in the guys' restroom in public spaces sometimes there's a thing for condoms, and in the women's there's one for tampons and pads. But I don't know if I've seen one for condoms in the women's restroom, and I feel like they should have that
Right.
in there too.
more variety, like a
mystery one?
mystery box.
or
I did
mystery
it like
game.
I got like 6 different things from it.
So what did you get?
Yeah.
Well, I remember one was like, and I didn't know what all of them were. I think one of them was like a cock ring, and I was like, "What is this?" It's just a circle.
Put it on your thumb.
Yeah, it was like a circular, like I don't know what it was. And then there was one that was like there was like and then there was one that was like another type of cock ring that had like a little vibrating thing on it. And then there was one, I don't remember. I think there's one thing that was just like a thing of lube. I don't remember all of them. I remember being disappointed in some of them. I didn't know what I was trying to find.
That's crazy
either.
that they would have a vending machine like that would give you a random thing.
I'm sure it was like all the shit that didn't sell in other vending machines. They just put it in
I'm
one.
sure.
They're like,
They were just
mystery.
like- and it worked on me at least. I was like, I want to discover what this box
I
holds.
feel like they should, the restaurant Kura here in Austin? It's a sushi restaurant that has like a revolving carousel with all the sushi on it that you just like pick up. And then you put your plates in this little slot. And after, I think it's 15 or 30 plates. 15. And then I think 30, you get another one maybe. You get a little prize from this little machine that's on top, on the ceiling kind of area.
Yeah.
And now I want to replace them with like cock rings and condoms.
That would be a better
That'd be a better prize than a little sticker.
Yeah.
More useful.
Yeah.
Family friendly fun.
Yeah, totally fun for all ages.
Take the kids to Kura.
Even 11-year-old loved them.
Well, I mean, I was, discovering.
Hey, I would eat more sushi.
Yeah, I would too. I would too.
Get one of those prizes.
That place is consistently busy. That place
Yeah.
is always super busy.
I haven't felt too comfortable going back there yet.
I haven't been
because
back since before COVID.
It's just like when food is like I know it's covered food, but the fact that it's still passing by everyone, just I don't know. That
Plus,
weirds
it's
me out.
still so popular. It's still like there's always so many people there.
Well, I think also Austin now is back to stage 2,
I believe so.
which the CDC guidelines, I guess, for that are like you don't need to wear a mask inside if you're fully vaccinated and stuff like that. So I think people will jump.
I've still been wearing mine.
Me too, but I think people will jump at the chance to not if they think that they don't have to.
It feels weird. It just feels weird not to at this point.
Same.
And I still got them. It's like, may as well just keep wearing
Yeah.
them.
Well, there was a moment I think early in the summer where cases were going hella
up.
down.
Mm-hmm.
No, hella. This is before Delta, where like people were going out again, and I think you said you didn't wear a mask in a Starbucks one time, and you were
Yeah.
like, this is weird. And then Delta came, and
Yeah, I think there was a week or maybe 2 where I wasn't wearing a mask indoors. It was like,
I'm just like,
oh, no.
a long time.
I guess, did you have a place you hid stuff besides behind your bed
I
when you
didn't
were a
really
kid?
hide anything else, like other than I guess that box of condoms was up there, but like I didn't really have anything, so no.
I had a hiding place that was probably pretty terrible. I had cut I had on my bed was a mattress, and under the mattress was like a box spring, which I think people don't even really use this anymore. But along one of the boards in the box spring on the bottom side, like under the bed, I had cut a slit along the board so I could like reach up and put stuff in there because it was all fabric, like you couldn't see.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
like,
smart.
If I stuck it in there and like put it on the wood,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
you wouldn't see it hanging or anything, but I would know to reach up there and grab like if I had anything up there that I wanted to keep out of sight.
That's a good spot.
I got a text from my dad. He said we did not know they were up there.
He didn't put his earmuffs on.
You were not supposed to be listening.
But yeah, that's where I would
That's
like
a really good spot.
kind of hide stuff.
Because I had at some point, because there's a bad internet when I was in high school, so I had like a couple like
Yeah, mine was really bad. It didn't
porn
exist.
magazines, and I hid them in my Game Gear case.
Game Gear case isn't that big, though.
No. I had a bigger one. I had like
okay.
a pretty big one that was like, I was like, wow, this is like magazine shaped,
Yeah.
perfect size and my parents will never go into it. The only worry was my brother would, but
Oh.
at that point the Game Gear was old
Discriminators.
enough. There was no real reason for him to like, I'm going to bust up the Game Gear and get 12 batteries, to play
Took a
for
lot of
20 minutes, So it's like, those were I hit. And I don't think it ever got discovered.
Where did everyone in chat? Where did you guys hide all your porn?
I mean, now it's easier. You just
You hide it on your
digitally,
computer.
yeah.
On your phone.
But like, I guess
in
if
an incognito tab.
anything you did want to hide, where would you hide it?
like now?
Yeah, no, I'm asking. Yeah, chat. Like,
Oh.
like your sneaky spot. And you don't have to reveal if your parents are also watching.
How I met Lala says they never signaled Barb's parents start listening again, we did give the signal.
We did.
We went like
we
this.
did take earmuffs off.
I would love, though, if my parents were just at home like this still.
People aren't saying. People are saying stuff that they hid, but I don't see anyone really talking about
Hid
where
food.
they hid it. Yeah.
I did. I think I hid Halloween candy in my room one time because I didn't like any parents, they don't want you overdoing it on the sweets. And so I just wanted the freedom to eat my sweets whenever I wanted. So I think I might have hid a little bit of candy in one of my drawers or something like that.
I don't think I ever hid. I should follow. I don't think I ever hid anything like porn or malicious. What I would hide.
Porn's not malicious.
When you're a kid, it is.
Yeah.
Like I would hide the nerdiest shit ever, like a flashlight so I could read at night when my lights were supposed to be on, like stuff like that, like a book that I was in the middle of reading.
Yeah, you were probably like me, like didn't do drugs.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
like drink or anything like that. So it's like I wouldn't be hiding these things anywhere.
I didn't either.
I guess it's just porn for you.
That was the only thing I think I hid, or like condoms or something.
Yeah, I would get in trouble from staying up late on roosterteeth.com when I was young.
Yeah,
That's what I got in trouble
I did have a flash. I did it like read under the bed, not under the bed, under the covers.
That's how I read Lonesome Dove when I was like fucking 13. I think.
And then or play Game Boy or something.
Seeing under the bathroom sink,
Under the bathroom sink. That's probably good.
books under your bed. Smart. I feel like if I ever had kids, I wouldn't want to go through their stuff.
You don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, hey, you are going to discover yourself and your life, and I don't want to ever be in the way of that.
Cite a VHS tape. That's good.
Because it's like, what harm could come from that? you know?
Unless
Let
you're.
a kid figure their shit out.
Yeah.
I did get caught with alcohol when I went back from college. I think I might have told this story, but because I was like 19 or something, and I was going back, and so I had friends in college who were 21. It was harder when I went back home, and so I was like, I had a friend like, get me like whatever the strongest alcohol things you could get are, so I could like
Give me one alcohol, please.
yeah 2 strong alcohols, please, and I put them in a shoebox like they were shoes, and my mom kept bugging me to clean my closet, and then I was like. Then one day I came, and I never did. And one day I came home, my closet was clean, and my shoes were missing. And by shoes, I mean my alcohol.
Have you ever brought it up, or did?
Oh
you ever-
yeah, she brought it up. I was like, I went into a room, and she was like, so
Got
I
something to
cleaned. I was
tell
like,
me.
Mom, why'd you clean my closet? I told you I'd clean it.
Oh no.
And she was like, well. I don't like what I found in there. I was
Christopher.
like, I didn't like what I found in there. I was like,
Well,
I
wait.
told you I would clean it.
You said you were in college, though. Oh wait,
19.
I was
America.
like 19, yeah.
Sorry. Forgot.
And
21 here.
yeah, and she was worried. She was like, "That alcohol was really strong. Like, I'm worried about you." I'm like, "I only got it because it's got to last me all summer, Mom." Like,
Yeah. I have a sip every 2
yeah,
weeks.
no, like I would. It's like mix it down.
Someone said my husband hid his condoms in a hollowed out Xbox.
Oh my, that's
funny.
a lot of condoms too.
I was gonna say,
It's pretty big.
need a box that expired in 2015.
I saw someone said they hid their stuff in a Lego Star Destroyer.
Smart.
That's good. That's great.
Funny. Yeah.
Unless you have like little kids visit.
I can't wait to build it.
Wow.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
funny.
pin these to a board.
It's funny to think about like hiding stuff, like in your bedroom. It's just weird to see.
Well, yeah, now
that
it's
was so
like-
long ago. Like
Do
yeah, now you
have
got a whole
anything-
house.
You don't have anything hidden from Esther, do you?
No, God no. I
You
don't
guys
even know
just-
where I could hide anything in my house.
Yeah. Other than like your nightstand.
Yeah. I don't
Again,
know. There's
got nothing to
no
hide.
point in having.
Yeah.
A,
Well, that's what's nice. You don't have to hide anything as an adult.
It's true. Especially when you have your own place.
Yeah.
you,
have it
you,
all.
you don't even have to hide your shame. You can be like Chris and walk around in a crop top and underwear at 5 o'clock.
Well, I did hide my keys for myself.
Yeah. That backfired real
Until you
quick.
have kids. And then
Oh.
Which, you know.
What a good full circle.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like parents would have more to hide from their kids than kids would have to hide from their parents.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, gotta hide the world. Gotta slowly introduce
Yeah.
them to the world.
Kids, don't go in your parents' bedrooms. Just don't.
Don't be a Chris Demarais.
I didn't go in. It wasn't my parents' bedroom. It was my friend's. It was his mom,
Don't do what Chris.
and I didn't go. I was invited in by. They were like, "Come look at the condom drawer." And I
our
did.
packets of lube.
Yeah.
Do you have the really hot kind, or do you just have mild?
I don't mess with the hot kind.
I was making a
Yeah, I was wondering where he was
salsa
going
joke.
with that. What do you mean the hot kind?
The kind that's like a warming.
Oh, I was making a Taco Bell salsa joke.
Oh no, I meant like I thought you were talking about like there's lube that is like warming
Yeah.
lube and ooh boy, once.
Have you ever done like the tingling stuff?
That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't care for it. I don't like the sensation, and it can burn, and it once
Bad times.
Yeah, never again, unless on accident. Which it has.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday. A flight of lubes. Mr. Demarais?
Oh, have the
For your entertainment?
Yes. Here we have the Tuscany,
The Tuscan tingle?
Tuscan tingle. This is from Australia. It's very rich.
The
and
warmer down
creamy.
under?
Look at you.
what's that stuff that Australian people like that tastes gross?
The Vegemite?
The Vegemite flavor.
Vegemite and Marmite's in the UK, right?
I believe so.
I'm going to be in the UK in November.
Oh, really?
I'm going to a convention in Wales. So if you live near or around Wales, please come see us. I'll
never
be
been
there
to
with
Wales.
the Ruby, Team Ruby.
Nice.
Yeah. I've never been before, so I'm super excited.
That's cool.
That's super
Do,
cool.
where, do you fly?
We fly
into
to
Wales?
London and then we drive to Wales.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, I think, like an hour and a half to 2 hour drive.
I don't think
Maybe
it's
it's
like-
not super far.
Not terrible drive.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Should be very fun. So yeah, come see us if you're there. Whenever we go to conventions, people are like, I had no idea you guys were here. Because
you're
not
mi-
everyone follows us on Twitter and
Right.
stuff like that. So
You can miss a tweet or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So whenever we promote stuff over and over again, that is why. Just trying to make sure
that's
people hear.
that's the recurring theme here.
Yeah.
Gotta be better about promoting stuff.
Extra Life next weekend.
I got. Were you? Oh, I don't think either of you were on this podcast. There was a podcast where Andrew Rosas was on a couple of weeks ago, and I don't think you were here, Barbara, because he sat in that chair.
How dare.
But we started that podcast in a very tumultuous way.
Okay.
We started the podcast talking about, well, because before the podcast started, we were talking, and we were talking about like buying used hard drives off the internet, and like, what if you find illegal material on it? What do you do? And I thought it was an interesting topic. So when we started the podcast, we started right with that, and it was like an interesting discussion. And as a result of that, I got contacted by the FBI.
Did you really?
Yes, and
What?
they reached out and they wanted me to remind people, if you find a hard drive with any kind of illegal material or anything on it, you should absolutely let the FBI know. They said the person who contacted me said it happens more often than you think, and they're able to track it back to the distributor or producer and find out where it comes from. So if in reporting it, you can stop those people from hurting anybody else down the road.
Do we have a lower third for contacting the FBI? And jeez, yeah, no.
So
that's-
this person asked me if there's any way you can mention you were contacted by the FBI and told to absolutely report it. I would really appreciate it.
Who's the person that contacted? Someone.
They requested to remain anonymous, but
So are they a fan? Were they listening to the podcast?
We're listening to the podcast. I verified
That is cool.
Hell yeah.
that I verified that they were with the FBI. They gave me like contact information,
Oh, interesting.
and I followed up with them.
Cool.
Well, that's cool that that they were listening and not just listening. You know what I mean? Like
my FBI agent on my phone sees everything.
But you know what I mean? Like they were listening.
name's Philip.
Listening.
So I thought it was interesting. I texted Eric when I got the message. It was like, hey, the FBI contacted me. He's like, no, you're full of shit. That did not happen. I'm like, nope, it absolutely did.
I feel a sense of comfort knowing that there's someone from the FBI watching the podcast, though. Keep us safe.
Yeah.
Safe from harm.
I'm like, I don't really smuggle arms. Do not really do that.
You have a skeleton in your car right now, don't you guys?
I do. It's over there.
Bones and fake firearms.
I feel like we should wrap up a little early. We should wrap up here pretty soon. But before we do, there's something else I want to talk about this episode. Have either of you seen the movie The Killing of a Sacred Deer?
Killing of a Sacred Deer.
No.
It's a Yorgo Lanthimos movie. It came out in 2017. It's the same guy who directed The Lobster and The Favorite.
I've heard of it.
I watched it yesterday, and like I was trying to watch like scary movies. 'Cause yesterday was Halloween, and I thought, oh, the trailer makes it look kind of scary. Like this is going to be a scary movie. And I really didn't know anything about it. I hadn't done any research. I just watched the trailer, and I started watching it. I was like, this movie is absolutely ridiculous. The dialogue is written in a really robotic manner, and like everyone delivers it in a really super bizarre way. Like early on, like the first conversation in the movie is about watches and watch bands, and it's like two doctors walking. It's like literally the movie opens with the shots like two doctors walking down a hallway, and one of them's like, I have a watch with a metal band, because the doctor says, yes, I purchased a new watch the other day. See, it has a leather band. And the first one says, I prefer the metal band because the metal band is higher quality and more durable.
What?
You're right. It's like,
Was this written by a computer?
it sounds like, and the way they deliver it, it's all like very stiff and robotic the whole time. The whole. So I watched the whole movie for 2 hours. Like, what the fuck?
Was it like that for the whole movie?
The whole movie was like that. And after 2 hours, like, what the fuck did I just watch?
What's it called? I want to look
The
this up.
Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Killing of a Sacred Deer. Okay.
It's
Was it good?
it was no. I'm gonna say no.
That doesn't sound like it would be good for 2 hours.
It was. It felt like it was unintentionally funny, just because of how weirdly the dialogue was written. For like listening to people talk like that for 2 hours, like I just felt like my brain was falling out of my ear. It was just so fucking weird.
So strange.
Anyway, it's not really a scary movie, but it was a good laugh.
What kind of band do you prefer?
I prefer the nicer metal kind. I finally watched Squid Game, so I feel good about that.
Oh, good. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Did you finish the whole series?
I finished the whole thing.
Okay, excellent. I'm surprised. So I was thinking about this at our Halloween party. I was surprised I didn't see any Squid Game costumes. I thought at least one person from the company would have. I mean, maybe there was, but I just didn't notice because there was like a lot of people there. But that was.
I think it was hard to find that's like costumes.
Yeah.
For that. I saw there's a place over off of Burnett and Koenig that they have like signs outside of their store that say like Squid Game inspired merchandise, and like in their storefront they've got like Squid Game looking costumes and shirts and stuff. I think it's a print shop.
Oh.
And I think that like when Squid Game became popular, they just printed up a couple of signs. They're like, hey, we have Squid Game stuff here.
They do like print on demand.
Yeah, and they've got
or something?
like face masks like for COVID that have like the triangle or the circle or the
smart.
square on it and stuff. So they have like a whole bunch of like Squid Game inspired stuff there. I don't know if that was just for like leading up to Halloween. I don't know if they still do now, but they had like mannequins in the.
Now's the time to go shopping at Spirit Halloween. Everything's on sale.
Yeah.
Get up in there.
if there's anything left. All right. Well, we should wrap this up. I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. Don't forget Extra Life coming up. The community stream is this weekend. The Rooster Teeth stream is next weekend. Genlock coming out this Thursday, and Unlocked, the companion podcast, also coming out alongside it. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.